Have you ever felt like you're trapped in a cycle, endlessly spinning your wheels while the life you want remains just out of reach? Your plans, your dreams, they're there, just beyond the horizon, yet every day feels weighed down by the same old excuses. I'm not ready yet. It's not perfect enough, or even worse. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. These whispers of self-doubt begin as small nagging thoughts, but over time they grow into heavy chains, restricting your potential and holding you back from the life you deeply desire. But what if, just for a moment, you could break free? What if 2025 could be the year you rise above those excuses? The year you finally stop making excuses and start making progress? The year you look those self-imposed limitations in the eye and say, enough is enough. Stoicism, this timeless philosophy from great minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, offers more than just ancient wisdom. It's a blueprint for life, a powerful roadmap for overcoming obstacles, achieving inner peace, and transforming adversity into opportunity. The Stoics didn't just survive life's storms, they thrived through them with grace, wisdom, and strength. And today you can use the same lessons to shape a life of true meaning and purpose in 2025. In this guide, I'll share 15 core lessons from Stoicism, each one a simple yet profound practice that will help you quiet the voice of self-doubt, silence your excuses, and take one confident step after another toward victory. What you're about to read isn't just theory. It's the real-life distillation of experiences drawn from my own journey, practical wisdom that, when applied, can radically change the way you approach life. Each lesson is an essential piece of the puzzle that will turn 2025 into the year you transform your life. So, read closely. This isn't just a guide. It's a call to action. It's a call to awaken the power within you, to tap into your inner strength, and to boldly declare, I will win. Are you ready? Let's begin. 1. Winning is a mindset you can build. Winning isn't just about achieving a goal or accumulating accolades. It's not about a single moment of triumph. It's about the mindset that you nurture and the mental strength you cultivate over time. To win, you must first master your thoughts, conquer self-doubt, and take control of your emotional responses, especially when faced with adversity. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This mindset that external circumstances don't determine your success, but your reaction to them does, is the foundation of Stoic philosophy. Imagine someone who's overwhelmed by an enormous workload. They could fall into anxiety, freeze up, and fail to make progress, or they could take a deep breath, assess the situation calmly, break the tasks into manageable pieces, and begin tackling them one by one. Winning here isn't about finishing everything at once. It's about staying calm under pressure, taking action, and working steadily toward your goal. How can you cultivate this mindset? Start with 3 simple questions. Are you focusing on what you can control? Do you challenge and confront negative thoughts as they arise? Are you committed to turning every day into a small step toward your bigger goal? When you answer these questions truthfully, you begin to reframe how you view life and challenges. Winning doesn't demand perfection, it requires persistence. Consider a mother who patiently teaches her child a difficult lesson, or a student who retakes a class they once failed. It's their commitment to showing up day after day that leads to success. 2025 can be the year you fully embrace this mindset, when you choose persistence over excuses, even on days that seem difficult. But the question remains, where will you start today? 2. Face your fears to find your freedom. Fear is one of the greatest forces that holds us back from the life we desire. If left unchecked, it becomes an invisible chain that traps us in our comfort zone. Fear tells us we're not good enough, not ready, and that taking risks is too dangerous. It convinces us to stay small and play it safe. But fear is a liar. Think about your life. How many opportunities have you passed up because of fear? Perhaps you didn't apply for a job because you feared rejection, or stayed silent in a meeting because you worried your ideas wouldn't be good enough. These fears aren't just emotions, they are chains. And every time you give in to them, you reinforce your own limitations. To break free, you must face your fears head-on. Stoicism teaches us that we can't control the things that cause us fear, but we can control how we respond to them. We suffer more in imagination than in reality, said Seneca. The reality is often far less terrifying than our imagined fears. So when faced with fear, take a step forward instead of retreating. When you embrace discomfort, you stretch the boundaries of what you think is possible. Every time you confront fear directly, you grow stronger and more resilient. In 2025, make it your goal to face your fears rather than run from them. Take that bold step into the unknown and discover how powerful you truly are. Freedom comes when you no longer allow fear to control you. 3. Practice. Self-discipline to build lasting success. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of a successful life. It's the ability to stay focused, to say no to distractions, and to consistently show up, even when motivation fades. Without self-discipline, success becomes a fleeting dream, always just out of reach. Epictetus believed that freedom is the only true good. But this freedom isn't about doing whatever we want, whenever we want. True freedom comes from the ability to make deliberate choices that align with our values and long-term goals. Whether it's waking up early to work on your goals, sticking to a healthy routine, or resisting the temptation to procrastinate, every act of self-discipline compounds over time, propelling you toward your vision. Ask yourself, what areas of your life need more discipline? Maybe it's your physical health, your work habits, or your personal relationships. Commit to taking small, consistent actions in these areas each day. Success doesn't happen overnight. It's built on the foundation of self-discipline. 2025 can be the year you master self-discipline, creating lasting success that isn't dependent on fleeting bursts of motivation, but on steady, consistent effort. Let go of what you can't control. One of the most liberating lessons Stoicism offers is the ability to let go of things beyond your control. Too often we waste energy worrying about things we can't change, the actions of others, external circumstances, and outcomes we have no power over. The Stoics remind us that you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. What can you control? Your thoughts, your reactions, your actions. Everything else is beyond your grasp. When you focus on what's within your control and stop expending energy on what you can't change, you free yourself from unnecessary stress and frustration. The next time you feel overwhelmed by circumstances, remind yourself to focus on your response. By embracing this mindset, you'll find more peace, clarity, and strength. The external world can be chaotic, but your inner world doesn't have to be. Let go of what you can't control and watch as your energy and confidence grow. 5. Embrace adversity as an opportunity. The Stoics understood that challenges and adversity were not obstacles to avoid, but opportunities to grow. Every setback is an invitation to develop resilience, strength, and wisdom. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body, said Seneca. Think about a difficult situation you faced in your life. At the time, it may have felt like a roadblock, but in hindsight, it likely taught you something invaluable. Every failure, every hardship is a lesson in disguise. It's up to you to see it that way. So, when life throws a challenge your way, instead of seeing it as a setback, ask yourself, What can I learn from this? How can I become stronger because of this? By embracing adversity as an opportunity to grow, you'll develop the resilience needed to tackle any challenge that comes your way. 6. Master your emotions to control your destiny. Emotions can be powerful forces. They can propel us towards success, but they can also cloud our judgment and derail our best intentions. Stoicism teaches us that emotions are natural, but they don't have to control us. Instead of being reactive to external stimuli, we have the power to shape how we respond emotionally. As Epictetus famously said, men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of them. This means that our emotional responses are shaped by our perceptions, and by changing the way we view the world, we can change how we feel. Take a moment to reflect. How often do you let anger, frustration, or fear dictate your actions? If someone cuts you off in traffic or a colleague challenges your ideas, how do you respond? If you allow these emotions to take control, they can lead to impulsive decisions or unnecessary stress. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them. As you move forward in 2025, ask yourself, how can I respond to challenging situations with greater emotional control? By mastering your emotions, you take the reins of your destiny and lead yourself toward true success. 7. Cultivate gratitude to shift your perspective. One of the most transformative practices in Stoicism is the cultivation of gratitude. It's easy to get caught up in what's going wrong in our lives, the setbacks, the failures, the things we wish were different. However, the Stoics urge us to shift our focus to what's going right. Gratitude is the antidote to frustration, discontent, and negativity. Marcus Aurelius spent much of his life reminding himself to be grateful for everything, even the challenges he faced. He said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This mindset can profoundly change how you experience the world. When you focus on gratitude, even small things, the warm coffee in your cup, or the air in your lungs, you begin to see that there is far more abundance in your life than you originally thought. In 2025, challenge yourself to begin and end each day with a gratitude practice. Whether you journal, meditate, or simply take a moment to reflect on the things you're grateful for, this simple practice can shift your perspective, transform your energy, and remind you that you already have so much to be thankful for. Gratitude is a powerful force. It allows you to reframe your reality and move forward with positivity and resilience. 8. Live according to your values. We often live our lives based on the expectations of others or the pressures of society. But Stoicism calls us to live authentically, to align our actions with our deepest values, and to never compromise who we truly are for the sake of approval or external validation. Seneca reminds us, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." How much of your time and energy are spent chasing things that don't truly matter to you? Maybe you're striving for a job title, a salary figure, or a material possession because society tells you it's what you should want. But true fulfillment comes from living a life that aligns with your own values and priorities. To begin living according to your values, ask yourself these questions. What truly matters to me? What do I want to stand for in this world? How can I make choices today that align with my values, even if it means saying no to things that don't serve me? In 2025, make it your mission to strip away the distractions and live in a way that is true to yourself. Let go of the need to please others and create a life that reflects your authentic self. When you live according to your values, you create lasting fulfillment, peace, and a sense of purpose that no external circumstance can shake. 9. Embrace the power of daily habits. The Stoics believed that our character is formed by our habits. What we do every day shapes who we become. Epictetus wrote, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." If you want to be a person of discipline, integrity, and resilience, your daily habits must reflect these values. Too often, we focus on big, grand gestures and overlook the power of small, consistent actions. But the truth is, success is built on the foundation of daily habits. Whether it's waking up early, exercising, reading, or engaging in mindful reflection, these small acts compound over time and lead to extraordinary results. Start by identifying one habit you want to develop in 2025. Maybe it's dedicating 10 minutes each morning to meditation, or perhaps it's committing to regular physical activity. Choose one habit and stick with it every day. The power of consistency will soon reveal itself, as these small changes lead to larger transformations. Remember, as the Stoics would say, it's not about dramatic shifts, but about making steady progress every day. The person you want to become is already in the making through the daily choices you make. 10. Practice acceptance of the present moment. One of the greatest teachings of Stoicism is the practice of radical acceptance. This doesn't mean resignation or passivity, but a profound acceptance of what is, in this moment. The Stoics teach us that we should not spend our energy lamenting the past or worrying about the future, but instead focus fully on the present. 11. Detach from the outcome. In a world driven by results, it's easy to become fixated on achieving specific outcomes. Stoicism teaches us that while we can control our actions, the results are often beyond our influence. This is why the Stoics advocated for focusing on the process, not the product. Epictetus put it simply, some things are up to us and some things are not. You can control your effort, your attitude, and your actions, but the outcome, whether it's success or failure, is not entirely within your grasp. When you detach from the outcome and focus instead on doing your best, you free yourself from the stress and frustration that often accompanies unmet expectations. In 2025, strive to focus on the process of growth rather than becoming fixated on the end result. Let go of the need for validation and instead find fulfillment in knowing that you gave your best effort. When you embrace this mindset, you'll find freedom and satisfaction, no matter what the final result may be. 12. Develop a strong sense of purpose. A life lived without purpose can feel empty and disjointed. Stoicism teaches that every action should be driven by a clear sense of purpose. What is the deeper reason behind your goals and actions? What drives you beyond the surface-level desires? The Stoics understood that a life rooted in purpose leads to a sense of fulfillment and meaning. Seneca wrote, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." In other words, without a clear sense of purpose, any path will seem aimless. But when you have a deep, intrinsic purpose, every action takes on greater significance, and every step forward feels aligned with your larger vision. In 2025, take time to reflect on your purpose. What do you want to contribute to the world? What legacy do you want to leave behind? When you clarify your purpose, your goals become more meaningful, and you'll find the strength and motivation to persist through the toughest challenges. 13. Value time. Above all else, time is the most precious resource we have, and yet we often squander it. The Stoics were deeply aware of the fleeting nature of life. They understood that every moment we waste is a moment we can never get back. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not waste time on what is not in your power to change." How often do you find yourself procrastinating or spending time on things that don't truly matter? Whether it's scrolling through social media or endlessly worrying about the future, these distractions pull you away from the present moment and steal precious time. In 2025, make time management a top priority. Evaluate how you spend your time and make intentional choices